main character and setting. The Great Gatsby is narrated by Nick Carraway, a young man from the Midwest who moves to Long Island, New York in the summer of 1922. The story unfolds on the North Shore of Long Island, primarily in the fictional communities of West Egg and East Egg, representing the old money and new money classes respectively. Nick, who is a recent college graduate and bonds salesman, rents a modest house next to the opulent mansion of J. Gatsby, a mysterious and wealthy man known for throwing extravagant parties every weekend. As Nick observes the lives of the rich, he becomes enmeshed in the world of wealth, love, and tragedy that surrounds Gatsby and his infatuation with Daisy Buchanan, Nick's cousin, who is married to the wealthy, arrogant Tom Buchanan. Plot overview. The novel begins with Nick's account of his arrival in New York and his budding friendship with Jay Gatsby, a man whose lavish lifestyle and nightly parties have made him a local legend. Gatsby is a self-made millionaire, but his wealth and social standing are largely built on a web of secrets, including his connection to illegal activities. Gatsby's real obsession, however, is his lost love, Daisy Buchanan, whom he met and fell in love with during World War I. At that time, Daisy promised to wait for Gatsby, but she ultimately married Tom, a wealthy man with a sense of entitlement. Gatsby, having never gotten over Daisy, has spent the years accumulating wealth and trying to recreate the past in order to win her back. Nick learns that Gatsby's goal is to rekindle his romance with Daisy, and through a series of orchestrated encounters, Gatsby and Daisy begin an affair. However, Daisy remains conflicted. Though she is drawn to Gatsby's passion and idealism, she is also tied to her comfortable life with Tom, who is having an affair with Myrtle Wilson, the wife of a mechanic. As tensions rise, Gatsby refuses to accept that Daisy will never fully abandon her privileged life for him, leading to a tragic series of events. One hot summer afternoon, Tom confronts Gatsby at the Plaza Hotel, exposing Gatsby's illicit background and demanding that Daisy stay with him. Daisy, although still in love with Gatsby, chooses to stay with Tom, who offers her stability and security. In the aftermath, Gatsby is left heartbroken, unable to let go of the dream he has built around Daisy. That evening, Myrtle is killed by a car accident, and the car that killed her belongs to Gatsby. Tom informs George Wilson, Myrtle's husband, that the car belonged to Gatsby, which leads to a tragic misunderstanding. Wilson, seeking revenge, kills Gatsby at his mansion before turning the gun on himself. Nick, devastated by the deaths of Gatsby and others, reflects on the events. Despite Gatsby's wealth and ambition, his dream of winning Daisy back was ultimately unattainable and hollow, a symbol of the larger disillusionment with the American dream. The novel ends with Nick returning to the Midwest, disillusioned by the emptiness of the world he has witnessed in the East. The American dream and social class. A central theme in The Great Gatsby is the critique of the American dream, the idea that anyone, regardless of background, can achieve wealth and success through hard work and perseverance. Gatsby embodies this dream, rising from humble beginnings to accumulate vast wealth, but his success is built on deception, crime, and the illusion of reinvention. His dream of winning Daisy, a symbol of old money and social status, reflects the inherent flaw in the American dream. No matter how much one achieves, it can never be enough to break through the rigid social hierarchies of wealth and class. Through Gatsby's downfall, Fitzgerald suggests that the American dream is inherently flawed, corrupted by materialism, and ultimately unattainable for those who do not come from the right social background. The novel also explores the differences between the old money of East Egg, represented by Daisy and Tom Buchanan, and the new money of West Egg, represented by Gatsby. The Buchanans embody the carelessness and moral decay of the wealthy, while Gatsby's ambition to rise above his origins is portrayed as both admirable and tragically flawed. Daisy, despite her beauty and charm, is shallow and indecisive, and Tom is selfish, cruel, and entitled, representing the darker side of wealth and privilege. Themes and conclusion. The Great Gatsby is a tragic exploration of the pursuit of an idealized version of the American dream and the hollow emptiness that often lies beneath wealth and status. Fitzgerald critiques the notion that material success and romantic idealism can create lasting happiness. Gatsby's love for Daisy, which he idealizes and idolizes, is ultimately unattainable and delusional, just as the American dream is corrupted by greed and superficiality. Gatsby's tragic end, dying alone and misunderstood, is a symbol of the futility of chasing an impossible dream. The novel also reflects on the fragility of human relationships and the destructive power of obsession. Gatsby's obsessive pursuit of Daisy blinds him to the reality of who she is and what their love truly represents. His inability to let go of the past and accept the present leads to his undoing. Meanwhile, Nick's disillusionment with the world he has entered mirrors the larger disillusionment of the Jazz Age, where wealth and excess masked a deeper emptiness. In the end, The Great Gatsby serves as a poignant commentary on the failure of the American dream, the corruption of wealth, and the disillusionment that comes with seeking unattainable ideals. Through Gatsby's rise and fall, Fitzgerald paints a portrait of the fragility of hope, the dangers of obsession, and the elusive nature of happiness. The novel leaves readers with a somber reflection on the false promises of material success and the harsh reality of the American experience.